Hey fragrance friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Hayley and I review fragrances. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing my top 10 recommendations centered around luxury fragrances for women. I love all 10 of these fragrances. I'm not saying they're my top 10 fragrances ever, but these are 10 fragrances that I would recommend to anyone. These are 10 fragrances that I would suggest for anyone wanting to start a luxury fragrance collection. All of these are signature scent worthy. All of these are very special in my opinion. And all of these have a kind of mass appealing, likable DNA, yet at the same time, they have something special about them too. So I hope that makes sense. I've tried to pick fragrances that I feel would suit multiple occasions that you could wear year round, but these are 10 luxury fragrances that I would personally recommend to anyone. So without further ado, let's get started on the video. First up is MFK Gentle Fluidity Gold. I think this is such a beautiful, soft, pretty fragrance that would suit anyone that you could wear year round and for any occasion. In essence, this is a soft aromatic vanilla fragrance. You have quite a hefty dose of juniper, but then there's this soft, slightly sweetened vanilla. It's a very, very pretty fragrance. And fun fact, I actually wore this fragrance for my legal wedding ceremony. So yeah, it holds a little bit of a special place in my heart. It is a little bit softer, but wow, it's signature scent worthy. And I think it's really special. It might not be the loudest fragrance from MFK, but to me, it's so sophisticated and very, very elevated too. Let's go with something a little bit different. I'm going to go with something very loud and in your face. So next up is Amouage Guidance 46. And I'm talking about the 46 specifically because I feel like this is a little bit more mass appealing than the original Guidance. Yes, it is more expensive, so you have to factor that in too. But this is just that little bit more wearable for me personally. It's been softened around the edges. It is a woody pear fragrance that's also very creamy. You have a light bit of florals in here. Well, it's not super light actually. There's quite a prominent rose note. It's got this creamy kind of nutty feel about it. The pear's juicy in the opening. It's woody in the base. There's a slight incensey vibe. This is a compliment magnet too. Guidance is one of the most complimented fragrances in my collection. And interestingly, it's not one of my favorites either, but it definitely pulls in the compliments. I do prefer Guidance 46. So if you're looking for a signature scent worthy fragrance that will last you all day and people will also smell you too, definitely check out Guidance 46. So next up is Angelique Noire by Guerlain. Now this is one of the ultimate classy, quiet luxury vanilla fragrances in my entire collection. Now this, I don't want to say this is challenging because I would still recommend it to everyone. But this is quite a unique take on a vanilla note because there's quite a healthy dose of Angelica. And Angelica can pull quite green, a little bit earthy, and it can be a little bit sharp at first. But wow, this is just spectacular. You will smell like an absolute goddess if you wear this one. And yet at the same time, it's very classy. It will suit all occasions. It is a special fragrance. I wouldn't necessarily wear this every day, even though I say it's signature scent worthy. There is something just very special about the scent profile. But in essence, to me, this is quite a green vanilla fragrance that's not overly sweet, that smells quite natural. And I just think it's really, really special. So next up, Diptyque Fleur de Peau. Now, I could have recommended quite a few different Diptyque fragrances in this video. I feel like Diptyque in general is quite a safe brand to build a luxury fragrance collection. But Fleur de Peau, I feel like it's one of those fragrances that I would just recommend to anyone because it is such a beautiful, almost cold smelling rose musk fragrance. It has this kind of moody vibe about it. It's perfect for the London weather, actually. And it just smells slightly gothic to me. It's a not overly sweet rose, and it's very musky, slightly, very slightly spicy. And I just think this is such an elegant, kind of signature scent worthy rose musk fragrance that anyone can wear and you will just smell great. But like I said, I think Diptyque as a brand suits this kind of category really well. You can't really go wrong with any of them. But this one I feel like is probably the most versatile. Next up, let's do one of my favorites in my collection, Initio Musk Therapy. Now this is my signature scent. This is my most worn fragrance in my collection. So I have to recommend it in this list because I would recommend it to anyone starting a luxury fragrance collection on the basis that it is suitable for all occasions. You can wear it year round. It's not too in your face. It is a sweet musk fragrance in essence. To me, this smells like a sweet, fluffy white musk, or like a fuzzy white cashmere sweater with a side of blueberries. I don't know why that's what I get from it. There's actually a blackcurrant note in here. The musk isn't too heady. It does have that kind of your skin, but better, but sweetened. And I just think this is so special. I'm addicted to it. I love it, and I would recommend it to anyone. Next up, Soie Malaquais by Dries van Noten. Now this one is a little bit more of a standout, sexy fragrance in my opinion. But wow, this is special, and the bottle has to be one of my favorites ever. So Soie Malaquais, as the name would suggest, it actually smells silky. I don't quite know how they did that, but it has this really smooth, silky quality to it. In essence, it's a fruity floral, but there's a chestnut note in here, and it gives it this really nice, warm, toasted, nutty feeling, and it's a little bit creamy too. You've also got blackcurrant, you've got some rose, and I will just forever love Soie Malaquais. I think this is really sexy. I think it's suited actually more to the cooler weather, but you can wear this year round. It's just really unique to my nose, and I would recommend sampling it because I know some people don't agree that it is quite unique, but I really truly think it is. It's a silky smooth, nutty blackcurrant with rose, and I think it's very, very special indeed. Next up, let's go with Chloe Vanilla Planifolia. So this is almost in the same realm as Angelique Noire, and it's almost in the same realm as Gentle Fluidity Gold in terms of it's quite a soft vanilla. It's a very wearable, natural smelling vanilla that's not too in your face. Now this centers around the vanilla orchid note, which is a fantasy note, I believe. To me, this is very creamy, it's soft, it's angelic, and it's slightly spiced, very, very slightly. And I just smell like an angel whenever I wear this. It is soft, it is powdery, it is slightly green, and I am obsessed with Vanilla Planifolia. This is a pretty girl scent. It's also quite luxury. It's not overly sweet. It just smells so incredible. So if you are in the market for a soft, powdery vanilla with light spices, check out Vanilla Planifolia because I personally love this one. Next up is Flower Lust by Diptyque. Now, this is a powerhouse of a fragrance. It's actually extremely long lasting and has a very big scent bubble, so you don't need much of this. Flower Lust is a mixture of so many different florals. It's sweetened, it's slightly citrusy, it's a little bit musky, it's got this molecule vibe about it, but in essence, it's a big burst of sweet florals, and it reminds me of some of my other favorite fragrances in my collection, such as Fleur Narcotique by Ex Nihilo. What else does it remind me a little bit of? A little bit of Valaya by Parfum de Marly. This is more floral though. I believe there's probably some yellow florals in here. I'm just going to actually look up the notes for you just to tell you. But if you're looking for a very long-lasting, powerful fragrance, Flower Lust is definitely the one I would recommend. It's an extrait, so it has a high oil concentration, which will help with the longevity, but it actually projects too. So this, yeah, it does have yellow florals. Ylang Ylang, and then it has orange blossom. You have pink pepper and black pepper, so that adds the spicy touch. There's tonka bean and amber in the base. What do people think it smells similar to? I've never actually looked this up. Oh, interesting. I don't really get those references. Someone has said Fragrance du Bois Cavort. Someone has said Supreme Bouquet by YSL. Yeah, I do get that. But anyway, if you're looking for a more powerful floral fragrance that's sexy, you could wear for a date night. It might be a little bit loud to wear in the office, but you could as long as you didn't go too heavy, but it's still a special fragrance and I would recommend it to anyone. Next up is Celine Parade. Now, Celine fragrances are another brand that I feel you can't go wrong with in this category. A lot of them are very mass appealing. A lot of them you can wear for any occasion. You can wear year round. They're not super challenging, bar a few of them. And Parade is that one that I would just recommend to anyone who loves an orange blossom and neroli note. It has a slight green natural touch to this. It's sweet, it's feminine, and it has the most beautiful scent bubble too. So I wanted this fragrance for the longest time, and I didn't add it to my collection because I have others that are in this category. But my mother-in-law was wearing this when she came to visit us in the UK. She actually lives in Tokyo. And she just smelled incredible. I could not stop complimenting her. And she was raving about how her colleagues always compliment her at work. Anyway, this is not about that. This is just because I think this is one of the best orange blossom neroli fragrances on the market. It's chic, it's elevated, beautifully blended, and you really can't go wrong with this if you love those notes. And then lastly is Marc Antoine-Barrois Tilia. Let me just check this is the last fragrance. Yes, this is the last fragrance. Now this, I would say, is in a slightly similar realm to Flower Lust. They don't smell the same, but they're in a similar category. This has mega longevity, it has mega projection, and this is for those of you who do like stronger performance in your fragrances. I don't need much of this. It will last all day. It also gets compliments. To me, this is a very cozy, clean floral fragrance. There's a lot of florals in here, and it has some unique florals too. What are the notes? Because I know this can be a little bit challenging for some people. I don't find it challenging at all, but I just want to mention that. So it has, yeah, linden blossom and broom. So it's very different in terms of the florals. It has a nostalgic vibe to it as well. It has heliotrope, which adds to the kind of musky powderiness, orange blossom, ambrofix, and Georgie wood. This is actually one of my favorite fragrances in my entire collection at the moment. I just think this is spectacular. I actually went to the Mary Claire Fragrance Awards this week, and this one won an award for the best floral fragrance. And I can completely see why, because it is spectacular. So if you want a fragrance that's long lasting, that projects beautifully, that it is a feminine, sweet floral, check out Tilia, because I think this is amazing. So those were my 10 luxury fragrance recommendations that I feel would be perfect for anyone's collection. Now, of course, this is subjective. These are just my opinions. I would always recommend you go out and sample fragrances first to make sure they work for you. But in terms of fragrances that kind of cover all bases, that I feel have a mass appealing vibe, that smell incredible in the air, these are the 10 fragrances that I would recommend. So thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure as always. I hope to see you in a future video to come. Thank you so much and goodbye.